Because of my old school, I still believe in melodies. I don't believe in noisy music.
Music is always the soul of storytelling, right?
It was something nice. That's how it became Balan.
I'm very proud of like I have a score like OST like that in my film.
I find it easier to translate it through music than talking about it.
Cinema is universal language. You can understand.
Thank you for this catch up on the Balan, the boy. I would like to first ask both of you how the journey of writing this entire movie, what was the experience and what has really touched upon while writing it?
I got the climax first. I felt it is so much exciting. So then I found the characters who can drive into this climax. Then it was easy. I just traveled along with these characters through the entire script. And after narrating to Chidambaram, it again grown, like, his things came in. So we worked as a team, like, even Shaiju Khalid, him, the ADs, everyone contributed. And the movie became something what we are seeing now. It's not the same movie that I have written first, but it came out well with the contributions, and he personalized the movie. Like, I liked the process, like when we were sitting and the things that I imagined was changing still and evolving, and I was liking the process, like, how the movie is being personalized by another director. That's the first time experience for me, like, so it was something nice. That's how it became Balan.
Okay.
I enjoyed this film a lot, and I first time I saw a movie without subtitle and language I kind of hardly understand, but I had no question after watching the movie. The only question I had was first, who shot the movie, who wrote the movie, who edited the movie, who gave music. So it was amazing experience. And when I saw Manjumal Boys, I thought, now what will this director do? This now how this will go beyond something that or some new theatrical experience. But this, whatever I saw was amazing.
That is true, because when Chidambaram had first two films extremely successful and highly appreciated, it is not easy to cross that, which he has done with Balan. But
All thanks to Jithu for the story, and like first we discussed about the climax and we had to make a movie around it and bring characters and so like what he said, like it is too different, and it was my first time also directing another script. Like both my previous films I only wrote, and so it was my first time associating with another writer and finding the common language. Like we speak the same language but different dialects, I think. So finding the common dialect and aligning it was so. Even though he was working on a big film, Surya's film, and he was doing pre-production and everything, I make him sit and like I bring him all the way to Wayanad and take him all the way to Wayanad and location. We went to Mangalore together and everything, and we sat a lot together, and finally we made Balan as we see today. And he was, I don't know, like I pulled his leg a lot of times because he was very busy, and but yet he came and still he came. And
That's a job of a director to do with the writer.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when you were directing it, the film, right? So music is always the soul of storytelling, right? So how did you really met Sushin and try to build the music together around it for the film?
so I think this is my second film with Sushin, and everyone has seen Manjumal Boys, and the score is out of the world. Actually, like, I'm very proud of like I have a score like OST like that in my film, and it's always very easy to work with Sushin, and of course he's the best guy around here. And
Absolutely.
like, we're very privileged to like do movies again and again with him, and I think he should say the rest how he did Balan.
Yes, that's to you, Sushin. So, of course, you have worked with him before and
Yeah.
you've heard the story and how you thought of that translating into the music.
I find it easier to translate it through music
Sure.
than talking about it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But it was really fun. Like, we thought about the songs first, like, what kind of songs we should talk about. The initial discussion was to have a song about this relationship between this mom and son.
Yes.
Like that's what we are showing in the film, where they're like, you know, traveling and like just drifting away
Yeah.
from each places. So we had to make a song about the drifting song.
Yes.
So that's the main core of the whole film, I felt like, you know, so we used it somewhere where we could use it again. So yeah, we had like 2-3 songs in the movie.
Yes.
And I wanted to try something that we didn't do in the previous film also, like the palette wise we tried some other, like Manjimal, like it's mostly we use big orchestra, like, you know, wide
Yeah.
frames and stuff, right? So big, like a lot of people. This is more like a very intimate, like, you know, more close to your face. So we used more like quartet strings and like, you know, very intimate kind of palette. So yeah, something we tried and it worked, I think.
Absolutely. I mean, the core essence, I mean, in movie telling is always a background score, which, I mean, I've seen the movie, I can tell you it's beautifully articulated.
Yeah.
Do you mind humming something for us?
It's very expensive, I should say. Like, before asking him to.
I charge around.
Try it for us. Let's just have
No, I think, no, I can hum. Sorry.
Lovely. Priyan sir, we've seen the film, right? What will be this one particular soul in the film, this movie, right? It has really touched us. That it's like wow.
Basically, it's a, see, mother and son relationship is one of the most, I mean, prized, or what do you call it, most respected relationship in the world,
Yes.
or the most touched relationship in the world, which is what they worked on. What is the best part is the curiosity they maintained and the fantastic turn which they turned in the climax. It's as simple as that. But it's a very emotional film at the same time.
Chidambaram, while shooting such things, I'm sure you have been hearing it, music in the background, and keep doing it, right? What is one specific song you will say, that specific score you will say that I was constantly, you know, getting?
For Balan, of course, most of the score is made after the film,
Sure.
and so after listening to, I think the final run and that score, I like to listen, like I ask him to play, like while we're eating, and also just play. Like I think that score is very nice, and that is very personal for me.
Lovely. Anything you would like to add on the music side of it? Anything more on the music side of it, if you can tell us?
We have like Shankar Tribe,
Yes.
another band that we are collaborating, and we have Neha, who's a singer. So we used them for the third track, which is happening in the Mangalore. Like we wanted
Yeah.
that fisherman, that community kind of sound. So we used them as the third song. Then second song we have a rhyme, which is like establishing the landscape of that space where they are in. And again we have a metaphor, like storytelling going on, like basically telling where's the key, like, you know, they're asking all the small animals, like, where's my key, kind of. That's the metaphor. Like, I don't know how.
Yeah, so basically the same thing. So it is macro of the whole film, like. So you lost something and you're trying to find it, and you're asking all the odd people on the way, like, have you seen it? Have you seen it? And when finally you find it, it is something else totally. So that is what the second song is about.
Rohan, while watching the film, I mean, we watched without the subtitles, and we really got connected to it, right? What do you want to say on that front more about it?
When we sat and then Mr. Satish came and says there are no subtitles. So Priyanka says, it's okay, cinema is universal language. Yes. You can understand. And that's what happened actually. And this is the first time I'm watching a movie and without. But everything flew so well, the screenplay and everything, music, the world. And it is universal. The emotion is in the story and the characters.
That's what I told you. I was telling, years back, I had a cassette of Bicycle Thieves. So I just put it in my house and I was watching it for half an hour. Then suddenly I had to go out. So my mother was like, it's Italian language original, because there was no subtitle also on that. So When I was about to go, my mother said, play it. She never watches, she watches only TV serials. Huh? And she saw the full film. When I came back, when I started, she came and sat again. Because without knowing the language, she loved Bicycle Thieves. It's not, no, it's not at all her culture, her way of watching films. So that's what I said. Cinema does not have language. It is something which we don't have to, because those days when we were watching, and I remember watching Dracula, Horror of Dracula and those films, I never understood half the dialogues what they are talking, but I could enjoy the film without language. So I think cinema has its own language.
I
You
now
don't
agree.
have to, because it mixes with music, it mixes with the flow of the characters, it mixes with the performances. So a good cinema is something everybody can understand.
Yeah, true.
Congratulations on the massive success of Bhooth Bangla.
That happens sometimes. And of course, if you look at the collections, I think it is the biggest collection of my career always. I mean, that was Bhooth Bangla.
And the music has also been phenomenal.
Yeah, I've been very comfortable with all my films. I worked with Pritham. The music has really worked. So far, all the films from Garam Masala to Bhul Bhulaiya to all these films, till Bhooth Bangla. Now Haiwaan is to come. Even Haiwaan, we have a very supporting music from him, and I think it'll be appreciated for what is. See, for example, it's a long time since Javed Akhtar is writing a song, and Pritham and Javed Akhtar working, I think, for the first time, and we have a very lovely lullaby. Because today's, I think, I don't remember last time when I heard a lullaby in Hindi film industry, but I think that will be the highlight of the music of Haiwaan.
How's the overall, when we say Haiwaan as the music part of it? Of course, one is lullaby, but other.
No, because it's all, because basically it is, I always enjoy making a successful remake of my own, because whatever went wrong in that, I can correct this time.
Lovely.
So even if it has worked also, but I still feel, every time when I make a film, I mean, a lot of people talk good about Pochigir Muguti.
Yeah.
But when I see it today, I feel that I could have done it better. Maybe if you watch Janaman after 5 years, you may think that I could have done Janaman better. So this is always, because filmmaking is a learning process.
Sure.
I'm still learning. Even after reaching 98 films, I think I'm still learning, because every time there is something new happening in the film.
Okay.
Film technically, music-wise, mostly by, from analog it became digital. Tomorrow what it's going to become, we don't know. So it's always, filmmaking is always a learning process. And music is also the tastes are changing of the people. So I don't know, because of my old school, I still believe in melodies. I don't believe in noisy music. I still stick on to that.
We don't have much noisy music in Balan, no?
Yeah, that's something I really enjoyed also. I hate noise. I like music.
No, lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Right.
Thank you.